We just bought
an RV.
Pretty cool, huh? Hey, you want to take a peek inside? Oh, actually, I feel like we might have some explaining to do because the last you saw we were in a van. So let's rewind a second. Hold on. Before we give you the new tour of our new rig, I feel like we need to give this van, our blue van that you know about, some flowers and also explain a little bit about how the hell we got to that situation over there. As you may or may not have noticed, we haven't shown a ton of travels in this particular van, and that's because we haven't been particularly loving this van. It is so cute. I think it's so vibey and pretty in here, and it's a T1N. It's a beast. It gets the job done. However, it is our smallest rig that we've ever had, and we really wanted something quick right after the bus to get us through the summer and allow us to have travels, and it did its job. After the summer, having had so much experience of sleeping in this small thing, we realized that it's more important to have something that we are excited about and that we actually want to sleep in. If you know, you know. So we're selling her, and we sold her, and she's gonna be gone tomorrow. We learned a lot about ourselves and rigs, and I feel like we are the Goldilocks of van life at this point. We have tried 3 different rigs and we're gonna go on our 4th, and I feel like our motto so far has been, it's not that serious.
Nope.
Seriously. I feel like so many people feel like if they bought a rig that they have to have it for 5 years or something to make it worth it. But luckily, every rig we've had, we have improved, whether
it was empty and we turned it into a camper van, whether it was a bus that was basically 85% done, that we finished it off.
And we added a ton of cool features to this one. We beefed up the electrical. So we have always ended up gaining both knowledge and monetarily through every sale that we've had. With that, we were always like, it's not that serious. If we end up not liking a decision we made, we are not stuck with it. There's no rule book that we have to do something or have to keep something. Let's just keep trying and seeing what new rigs are out there. There is no real negative, and hopefully the next rig we get is the Goldilocks sweet spot, but if it's not, that's okay too.
Life's too short to just be stuck with one thing. We are very adventurous people. We get excited about the possibilities of doing new exciting things. So I feel like this type of lifestyle is absolutely perfect for us.
But now let's finish off cleaning out this van. We did the majority of it already, and let's go fly to our next rig and show you that, because that's a little bit more exciting. Okay, now that you know all of that, welcome to our Coachmen Freelander RV. Come inside. So first of all, notice the space difference. Our biggest complaint, as you heard in that van, was that we didn't have enough space. So this was our #1 priority with the RV, and check this out. We have slide outs. So ready? Let's do the slide out test, the arm test. From over here to over here. I can actually take steps from one side to the other. Pretty sure this slide out gives us at least 2 feet of extra space, which if you're in a small space is massive. Okay, apparently I had a seed in my mouth, so I had to pause. We toured so many RVs to get the style that we wanted, the amenities that we wanted. One of the things initially that I liked about this rig was, first of all, it has very low miles. It has about 23,000 miles, which for how old it is kind of amazing. Also, I loved just the general look. I actually really like this honey oak wooden look, and I loved that it still had that vintage vibe without the floors all being carpeted and having that old smell that we have experienced in some older RVs. Also, this one, the dinette set was reupholstered, and so was the bed, and the bed is new. I don't know about the bed if that's true, but whatever. But it gives that modern cleanliness with that vintage look, which I really like, because I know some people over on Instagram were saying, I can't wait for you to put your touches on it, which I am very excited to do, but I don't want to change it too much because part of the reason why we bought this is I actually like this look. Okay, now moving on, we have a full kitchen. So we have a propane burner, we have a sink, and really cool, we have a microwave now. And as popcorn and movie lovers, this is pretty legit. We have storage on storage. One kind of con, I guess you could say, with this layout is it is limited counter space, but for the length and the width, we had to sacrifice somewhere because we still wanted to be somewhat compact. But flip up table, I bet you didn't expect that. Sam will put that down later. Okay, over here we have our apartment size fridge and freezer. It's very similar to our bus. I could organize that a little bit better. But I love the freezer aspect. that struggle is good because that means it's not going to pop out when you drive, which when it's DIY, that definitely happens, but not in here. That is a benefit of buying one of these like Coachmen's or RVs, is they are built by a factory, by professionals, not by DIYers, which is a change for us. Another thing that made us fall in love with this particular RV is this gorgeous, like I said, new upholstered dinette set. I love the big large windows back here. Every window came with these pull down blackout blinds, but I added these little cafe curtains just for a vibe because we really don't necessarily need them. We do have neighbors right by us who can fully see us in the windows at nighttime when the blinds aren't down, and I don't know what we're doing in here, but I don't want everyone to see clearly. What I love about it and what I clocked, it's not clocking to you, I'm gonna stop.
It's not clocking to you.
I'm gonna stop brain rotting for a second. What I noticed right away is that this is a removable table, and I was like, ding, giant dog bed. Let that register. But one of the things that was tough in the van is that all the dogs slept with us, and I'm not gonna lie, the dogs are still sleeping in our bed, but they are starting off their night in this giant dog bed, which some might consider it's a guest bed. No, it's a giant dog bed. Also, pretty chic feature, 2 cup holders. Pretty freaking cool. I'm sorry. It's very like high end meets vintage. Over here is guest bed number 2. So this actually goes pretty far back. So I would say it's larger than a twin, but smaller than a queen.
So full.
I guess that's called a full in some languages. Has a ladder, which we have not connected yet. Seems pretty stable. Right now it's just serving as our junk area because we haven't fully moved in. I will tell you what our plans are with this baby over the summer, but right now it's just some pillows and junk and stuff like that. But I think it's pretty cool that we went from the tiniest bed ever to 2 guest beds. There's also 3 pretty rad features in this that are very, dare I say, vintage. I know it's not vintage. I know people are gonna freak out that it's not like 90s and beyond, but it's like has that vintage RV retiree flair, okay? You get it. It has a TV, okay, but it has a DVD player, which is even cooler. So now I'm literally collecting DVDs so that we can play something in the background while we camp. I mean, luxuries never end. And now I take a step up into the bedroom bath area. There is storage everywhere. Storage. There is so much storage that we have like empty cabinets right now, which is unheard of. Here we have a very comfortable queen size bed. It has 2 windows on the side and right behind, which I think is so nice for a cross breeze. I love getting the sunlight first thing in the morning so we can drop our blinds and just have it directly on us. We're not in like a dark cave. It has a lot of good natural lighting in here. Also very convenient. Right next to the side of the bed is the controls for our air conditioning system, which is a very strong air conditioning. We're in like 85-degree weather right now and we're plugged in and feeling amazing because the air conditioning system is so top notch. It also has a fan system, a heating system. This RV will pretty much be whatever temperature we want it to be, which is major. Now into the bathroom. Follow me in if you can fit. So we have a shower. Right now we're plugged in, so we do have unlimited water and unlimited hot water. We also have a flushable toilet in here, and after almost 5 years of compost, I don't think Sam's ever been happier. Also has a separate sink and vanity area. Okay, I'm gonna show you outside to one of my personal favorite features, but I'm gonna talk a little quieter because we have neighbors. Make your guesses on what I'm about to show you in 3, 2, yeah. You wanna take a photo?
Yeah, take a picture. Photo.
Cute. We have a CD player and a sound system outside of the RV. This thing bumps. The volume gets super loud if you want it to and you're in a respectful area. So now I need to start my DVD collection and my CD collection, but there is nothing like having a cup of coffee and having a sound system while you look out into nature. It's unreal. We could plug into our Bluetooth and we will eventually, but right now I'm just having some fun. Also, cool feature, little peephole for the dogs through the screen door.
Now that Kelly's done with the inside, I'm gonna talk about the outside. And first of all, look what I'm standing under right now. We literally have an awning. How freaking cool is this? I'm sure I'm gonna dive deeper in this in a future video, but I'm just gonna rapid fire everything on the outside. We've got our hot water heater. I think another hot water heater. Our propane. It's the most propane we've ever had in any rig, so hopefully it'll last a really long time. Look at our storage. We could fit an entire family. We've got a ladder to get onto the roof. We've got another way to access the storage from the back. We've got a tow package, so we could tow a car. Maybe that'll be in the future, and a bike rack as well. We have a built-in shore power for 30 amp. So we've basically been just living at RV parks when we've been in here, but it's been such a luxury. It makes me just wish we could always be at RV parks. We've got 2 different ways to add water. We have a 35-gallon water tank, or we have, when we're plugged in, unlimited water. So that's what we've been doing. Here's our slide out. This is how much space we get inside. And I know it seems not that much. Like, look, it's just showing my arm right now. When you're in such a small space, every inch matters. And then right under here, we actually have a built-in generator. So we can be off-grid. The generator is pretty much brand new. So it's technically off-grid right now, but we need to make it like Sam and Kelly off-grid.
Come here, Roxy.
Roxy, come on, get on here.
Good girl. Sit.
This is
Good
my
girl.
co-pilot. There are two companies that use the Coachmen, and that is the Ford and the Chevy. They're both great, but the Chevy is known for having a more comfortable driving experience, and it's a little bit taller for the driving area. And so far, we've driven this about, I think, 12 or 13 hours so far, and it is without a doubt the most comfortable rig that I've ever driven in. It is a gas vehicle, so it's way quieter, and there's something to be said about not being in a DIY rig. It's so fun. We always wanted to have a truck camper, and this is essentially like the most luxury truck camper you can because it is a truck with the camper on top of it.
As you can see, we're very jazzed, and I know this is the right decision because when we bought that blue van last year, it was the last thing I wanted to do was to film a tour. I was excited and I was super grateful that we got something, but I knew it wasn't something that we were going to have for very long. If everything keeps going how it's going, you're going to see this one for quite some time.
So when we were looking for a rig, we wanted something that was bigger than our van, but smaller than our bus. Our first van that we loved was 22 feet, and our bus was about 31 feet. So we're like, let's go in the middle, and this is exactly 25 feet. It still fits in a parking spot, barely, and I feel like this is the perfect size for us. Everything has its place. After being in here for a little over a week, this may be my favorite rig that we've ever had. Once it's fully off-grid with solar and the proper electrical system, this will be peak camping experience. The retirees they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
Why wait till retirement to get an RV? Let's do it now. What were you thinking?
She just wants to be in every shot. I swear to you that we still have Sunny. He just is not a camera hog like she is. Okay, you didn't think we were going to come back to YouTube without giving you some major announcements and sharing some updates and some juice.
It's not just the camper. There's more.
Let's share a little bit about what we're planning on doing over the summer and for the next 6 months.
Wow, when you say it like that, that's so crazy.
I know, right?
This is going to be insane. This might be our biggest thing yet.
So as you know, we bought a house and we are really proud of ourselves for being able to do that. If you've been paying attention or know us at all, you know that the plan has never been to settle down completely. We're just not ready for that yet. Our plan of now that we have sold our van and bought this RV, is we are going to rent out our house for the next 6 months, at least, maybe longer. We'll see. And we're going to use that money and we're going to travel. We're going to be doing a mix of traveling in the RV around the West Coast. We are going to be driving from the East Coast to the West Coast, and the West Coast, specifically California, will be our home base. And then we are going to do a huge physical adventure in Europe. Should I say what it is?
I think you should.
We are going to be doing the Camino de Santiago.
Again.
If you've been here for a while, you can find all of our videos on when we did it for our honeymoon. It was a 500-mile trek throughout Spain to Santiago. It is a very spiritual journey for some, it is a physical journey for others, and it's also just a big adventure. It was pretty life-changing. It was extremely hard. It was a bitch. It really was.
We complained so much during the entire process.
Walk the Camino on your honeymoon, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Like, look at us. This is our honeymoon.
But we look back at it so fondly.
As one of the coolest things that we ever did.
And I really think it was one of the coolest things we ever did, for sure.
But
we ain't walking.
We're not walking. Our plan is to bike.
It's gonna be crazy.
Through Portugal, you can walk, bike, or hike to get to Santiago. You're ending up in the same place, but you are in another country and you're along the coast. So that is our big plan. We're gonna be doing some backpacking in Europe after that, and then we're gonna be doing some cool adventures in the RV. I just feel like we wanted to update you on our future plans. As you can tell, when we're in the house, we are not as inspired to film, but if you want to catch up on our day-to-day and things that we're doing, we're always over on Instagram at Sam and Kelly's Van, which, by the way, now that we're not in a van, does anyone have suggestions on how we can change our handle? Because I want it to be more about our lifestyle and our adventures in general. So let me know if you have any suggestions for that. But this is what we're up to right now. Thank you so much for sticking along, and we appreciate your messages of people asking us when we're coming back, when we're making YouTube videos again. It is so cool. I feel like YouTube is such a cool community over here, and we plan on making a lot more videos. So thank you so much for being here.
It's gonna be such an amazing summer. This is, we need to have like a name for it. There needs to be something, like the most epic summer ever.
Yeah. 6 months mortgage free, an adventure
of a lifetime.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
It's so hot. Turn on the AC.